Recording in progress.
Okay. So, according to IMCI guidelines, which of the following main symptoms, okay, should always be assessed in every sick child aged 2 months up to 5 years? Okay. So, cough, abdominal pain, fever, skin infection, diarrhea. Ano kaya? Letter C. Kapag letter C ang sagot, it's cough, abdominal pain. Kasama ba si abdominal pain? Sa classification? Yung kailangang i-assess, ano ba yung mga kailangang i-assess natin sa pasyente? If the patient has, di ba yung nasa chart natin yon? So, assess and classify kung meron ba siyang main symptoms like cough, difficulty of breathing, diarrhea, fever, ear problems. Okay. So, si abdominal pain at saka si skin infection ay hindi kasama. Therefore, ano ang answer natin? The answer is, okay, nag-typo ako dito. Sorry. Nag-typo ako dito sa number 9 na to. Actually, parang tatlong number yung may typographical error tayo. Oo. No, may isa akong hindi na omit dito. So, eto letter C 'yon. So, bonus, pero kailangan alam natin to ha. So, cough, fever, and diarrhea. So, ano-ano ba yung mga main symptoms, no? So, check for the main symptoms. Palaging ang main symptoms kung ano yung naandun sa booklet ng IMCI. So, usually, cough, difficulty breathing, diarrhea, fever, ear problem, and such. No? Pero ito yung mga main symptoms. Ayan, okay? Opo, dapat may ear problem din. Ha? Dito sa aking choices, syempre walang ear problem. Eh, ang ating choices lang naman na ito, cough, fever, and diarrhea. Ayun, nag-typo tayo dito. So, si letter C dapat yung sagot dito sa atin. Pero inuulit ko po, yung main symptoms, ito po, cough, difficulty of breathing, diarrhea, fever, ear problem. At saka kung ano po yung nandun sa IMCI chart booklet. No? Ayan. So, walang abdominal pain, walang skin infection na nakalagay sa atin doon. Di ba wala tayong kinaklasify na ganun? Okay? So, number 10. Which of the following signs are general danger signs? So, that you should always check for every sick child aged 2 months up to 5 years according to the IMCI guidelines. So, sige nga po, baka may typo na naman ako dito. Pero ano-ano yung mga general danger signs natin? Alam ko nga na Cuba yun or cans. Pero ano dito sa ating number 10? Child is lethargic or unconscious. Child is restless or irritable. Child is not able to drink or breastfeed. Child vomits frequently. Child has cyanosis. So ano po kaya? Si Ma'am Ann, letter D. Sige nga, tingnan natin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, child is lethargic and unconscious. Check. Restless or irritable. Child is not able to drink or breastfeed. Child vomits frequently. Ay, naku, nag-typo na naman yata ako dito. Ayan. So, child is lethargic or unconscious. Child is not able to drink or breastfeed. Child vomits frequently. Child is restless or irritable ay hindi po ito ang answer. So, child has cyanosis, hindi rin po ito ang answer. So, ang ating general danger signs ay itong mga ito, no? Okay, so ayusin natin. So not able to drink or breastfeed, vomits everything, convulsions, lethargic or unconscious, and convulsing now. So ito yung mga general danger signs natin. Okay, so nako, I'm very sorry. Sabi ko sa inyo parang tatlong number tong na-typo natin. Okay? Pero please ano na lang po, paki-note, no? Child is lethargic or unconscious sa choices natin. Child is not able to drink or breastfeed. Child vomits frequently. Okay? Yun po yung ating general danger signs dito sa ating choices, no? Ayan. Tapos, I remind you na ito po, yung ginagalaw-galaw natin, ito po ang ating mga general danger signs, no? Or kung yung tinatandaan nyo nga ay Cuba at yung cans. Okay? Ayan. So number 11, which of the following questions should you ask for general danger signs in a 3-month-old child with fever? So may fever daw si pasyente. Okay? Ayan. So how many times has she or he vomited in the past 24 hours? So checking for general danger signs ulit tayo. Pero this time, questions to. So has she or he been having fever for more than 5 days? Did she or he have convulsions since birth? Is he or she able to drink or breastfeed? Does she vomit everything? So ano po kaya ang ating answer dito? Ito parang hindi ako na-typo na dito. Anong answer nyo dito? So you're checking for general danger signs. So you're asking the mom of a 3-month-old child with a chip complaint of fever. So ano po kaya ang itatanong nyo? Okay, very good. So letter C yung answer natin, no? Tatanungin mo kung siya ba ay Oo, ano, ANC, ano, naloloka ako dito. Nagkagulo-gulo sa word 2 eh. Ang hirap mag-select all that apply, no? Mag-isa lang si teacher. Okay, so how many times has she vomited? So ayan, tatanungin nyo kung siya ba ay nag-vomit, di ba? Kasi vomits everything, no? So all about vomiting. Ayan, okay? Ayan. So, okay. So next is, did she have convulsion? So all about convulsions. Tatanungin nyo kung nag-convulsion ba si baby. And the next is she able to drink or breastfeed? No? Ayan, titingnan nyo yung kanyang eating status, no? Ayan, nutritional status. Able to drink or breastfeed. So yun. So alam na alam naman, ano? Mali lang yung choices natin. So it's either A or C. Oh, ayan, baka may sumagot sa inyo ng A or C. Okay, so number 12. All are the following questions should you ask to check for general danger signs in a 4-month-old child with fever for 3 days except. Okay, ito namang isa, may except tayo. Okay, general danger signs pa din po. Okay, for a 4-month-old child na may fever for 3 days. Lahat daw ng naandyan, lahat ng sumusunod ay sasabihin mo sa nanay, except. So, ano yung hindi? Very good, Helena. Letter B po. So, has she or he been very irritable since illness started? Ayan. So, letter B ay non-relevant sa general danger sign. Okay. So, number 13. What is the cut-off rate for fast breathing in a child who is exactly 12 months old? So, pag sinabing exactly 12 months old, 1-year-old na to. So, ano ang kanyang fast breathing rate? 60, 50, 40, or 30? Fast breathing rate. So, if the child, sige nga, if the child is 2 months up to 12 months, kapag sinabing up to 12 months, nag-birthday na po ba? Hindi pa po nag-birthday. So, Ito ay up to 12 months, under 12 months pa po. Kaya ang fast breathing rate natin according to the IMCI guidelines ay 50. Oh, yun, nag-change na. Ayan. So, yung exactly 12 months, no, up to 5 years old, ilan naman yan? 40. Ayan, very good. So, the answer is letter C. 40 breaths per minute po. Okay, so tatandaan lang din natin yan. Ano, paano naman kapag 0 up to 2 months? Natatandaan? 60. Ayun, very good. So, tinan nyo, madali lang, no? Kapag ang pinag-uusapan sa ICF, uulitin ko sa inyo, huwag kayong malilito kapag nasa board exam na kayo, ha? Focus kayo. Huwag kayong ano na, hindi kasi ganito yung inaral namin, hindi ganito yung sinabi sa funda. Iba-iba yung sinasabi sa ICF, wala pong iba-iba tayong nire-review. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo po na kapag tungkol, 'di ba? Ma-identify nyo naman kapag IMCI yung tanungan, no? So pag sinabing IMCI ang tanungan, ang fast breathing natin may mga guidelines tayo diyan. Okay po, may guidelines po tayo ng general danger sign. May guidelines tayo ng mga first drug of choice. May guidelines tayo paano magbigay ng mga gamot, 'di ba? Sa ospital at saka sa home care. So meron din tayo sa fast breathing. Tatandaan nyo po 'yan, ha. Kapag naman sinabi sa board exam under the ICF, what is the normal range of respiration rate? Ano isasagot ninyo? Normal range ng newborn, halimbawa. Respiration rate, anak, ang tinatanong ko. Respiration rate, respiration, paghinga. 30 to 60. 30 to 60. Ayan, nako, ang sinagot, fetal heart tone at saka ano. Fetal heart tone at saka ano yan. Nalito na. Respiration rate. Okay, very good. Walang malilito. Okay, so ayan. So daming alam na, no? So number 14 na tayo. O, ano naman daw sa 3-month-old? Fast breathing. O, sa fast breathing ng 3-month-old. Letter D, 50 breaths per minute. Okay, ayan. So number 15. O ano naman daw ang fast breathing sa 13-month-old child? What is the fast breathing sa 13-month-old child? Ay, sorry naman. The slide. O, 13-month-old. Letter C, ano? Alam nyo, ganyan-ganyan sa board exam. Napakadaming katanungan, paulit-ulit. Iniiba-iba yung edad. It's either expressed to months or expressed to years siya. Okay? Ayan. So, ikaw naman, dahil talagang, yan, iniiba-iba talaga nila yan. Either by month or by year. So, kailangan matalas ang inyong comprehension. Ano? Ayan. So, number 16. Which of the following respiratory rates are fast breathing if the child is 11 months old? 22 breaths per minute, 36 breaths per minute, 41 breaths per minute, 54 breaths per minute. Ano kaya ang answer natin dyan? Okay. So, sabi, 11 months old tayo. So, dito tayo kay 50. Alright, so anong answer natin? 54 breaths per minute. Okay, 54 breaths per minute. Kasi 50 or above eh. So, letter D. Okay, so next is number 17. Ano naman daw, okay, ano naman daw yung respiratory rate that is fast breathing kapag 16 months old ang bata? 21, 32, 41, 53. Okay, ano po ang answer natin? 41. Okay. Alam nyo ba, ganyan ang mga naglalabasan talaga sa licensure exam. Either 41, Tapos may 51, mga ganon. 40, okay, 39, ganon. So, dapat fast breathing, no? Okay, so paano kapag ang nakalagay ay 39 versus 41? Ano ang fast breathing ng 16-month-old? Siyempre, 41. Ayan. So, number 18. Ayan, lagi kong tinatanong at palagi yung lumalabas. Which of the following movements of the lower chest describes chest in drawing? Okay, so syempre sa lower chest nga naman nangyayari yan, di ba? So kapag sinabi nating chest in drawing, is it inward movement during inspiration, inward movement during expiration, outward movement during inspiration, or outward movement during expiration? Ayun, kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay chest in drawing, no? Chest in drawing, in. Inward movement during inspiration. Okay? Pag may nakalagay na inhalation, yun po ang inspiration. Okay? Walang malilito. Kapag sinabing exhalation or exhaling, expiration yun. Okay? Breathing out. Pag breathing in, inspiration. Okay? Ayan. Very good. Okay. So, kung yan ang answer natin sa number 18, sa number 19, okay, which of the following statement best describes chest in drawing? Inward movement of the lower chest during inspiration, inward movement of the lower chest during expiration, any intercostal retractions during inspiration, upper intercostal retractions during expiration. So, laging in, inward movement of the lower or upper, lower chest during inspiration. So, letter A ang answer natin. Very good. And what about this? Which of the following statements best describes wheezing? Best describe wheezing. So yes, it's a soft musical sound during expiration. Okay, ano nga ba ang gagawin natin kapag there's wheezing? If there's wheezing, tapos accompanied by fast breathing or chest in drawing, ano ang gagawin natin kay baby? 'Di ba? May cough, may ubo. Na-assess ninyo, may wheezing. Natatandaan nyo, ano ang ibibigay ninyo kay baby? Very good. Okay, inhaled bronchodilator. Very good kayo dyan. Pag walang trial ng inhaled bronchodilator, anong pwede mong ibigay na substitute? Anong ibibigay ninyong substitute? Halimbawa, wala kayong inhaled bronchodilator. If there is no inhaled bronchodilator in the community, anong ibibigay? Lalagyan mo ng, anong nasa unahan yan, Helena? Very good ka dyan. Ano yan? Give what? Ano route niyan? Route. Oral. No? Oral salbutamol. Okay. Kapag malalang na, severe na yung wheezing, hindi pwedeng bigyan ng oral salbutamol. Yun yung tatandaan natin. No? Kapag dinidiscuss nila yung wheezing sa licensure exam ha, be very mindful po. Okay? Ayan. So number 21, may situation tayo. Okay? So sa situation, analyze muna natin. So Fatima is a 25-month-old baby girl. So dito muna tayo, underline natin. So she is brought to the facility because she has been asleep since the morning and has been very difficult to awake. So difficulty to awake, number 1 na, no? So this is an initial visit to this problem. When asked, her mother says that Fatima has not vomited o dininay ang vomiting and has no convulsions, has no cough, no throat problem, no ear problem, but has had watery diarrhea for about 6 days. So evident na may diarrhea si baby. So there is no blood in the stool. Okay, so yan, mahalaga yan, no blood in the stool. Ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng blood in the stool? Other term natin? Dysentery, very good. Now, she weighs 10.5 kilogram. Ang kanyang temperature ay 37.0 degrees Celsius. Walang fever, no? So, you assess Fatima. She has no convulsions upon your assessment. No, no convulsions. Tapos, she does not watch your face when you talk, does not look at the mother either, and shows no interest in what is happening around her. Kasi nga, di ba, she has been very sleepy and very difficult to awake. So her eyes look sunken. So may sunken eyes. Okay? When you offer her some water with a spoon, the water runs out of her mouth. So, ano yung statement na yon? When you offer her some water with a spoon, the water runs out of her mouth. Is she very thirsty or drink poorly? Very good, not able to drink, drinking poorly, no? Okay, drinks poorly. So her mother says that she has been like that since the morning. You also pinch Fatima's skin and see that it goes back very slowly. Okay, skin goes back very slowly as you pinch. So there is no cholera in the area. Okay, tip yun, no cholera in the area. So you complete your assessment and find no other problems. Ano sa tingin nyo? Siya ay may diarrhea, no? Tingnan natin. So which general danger signs does Fatima have? Ano kaya? Ano po ang meron kay Fatima? Unable to drink, vomiting everything, history of convulsion, convulsing now, lethargic or unconscious. So based doon sa situation na binasa natin, ano po ang meron kay Fatima? Ano po ang meron kay Fatima? Letter C po. Ayun, letter C, very good. Lahat ba letter C? Si Fatima ay drinking poorly, unable to drink, no, kanina. And then, lethargic and unconscious. Therefore, letter C ang ating answer. Okay, so upon your assessment, hindi po siya nagkukumbulsyon at hindi po siya nagsusuka. Okay, ayan. So, very good. So, number 22 naman, what is your classification for the dehydration? May general danger sign, may dehydration. Ano ang inyong classification? Very good. Severe dehydration. All right. Now, which treatment plan is indicated for Fatima? Ano kaya ang treatment plan? Very good. Plan C. Okay, plan C. Okay, so next situation tayo. Ahmed is 18-month-old baby boy. Okay, so his mother says that Ahmed has had a cough for 3 days. This is an initial visit for this problem. He weighs 8.5 kilogram and his auxiliary temperature is 37.0 degrees Celsius, walang fever. So Ahmed is awake and alert. When asked, Ahmed's mother says that he is able to drink, has not vomited, has had no convulsions, has no diarrhea, no throat problem, and no ear problem. He has no convulsions during your assessment. You count 54 breaths per minute, okay? And you find no chest indrawing. You do not hear stridor or wheezing. He has no visible severe wasting or edema of the feet. He has no palmar pallor. His immunizations are up to date. You complete your assessment by identifying his weight for height for length, which is less than -2 z-scores. And you find no other signs or other problems. So yung mga nakabold dyan, yan yung mga ating kailangang mahahalagang data na nakuha. Okay, so alam ko kung iyan ay mga nakuha nyo at na-extract nyo sa situation, siguro ay perfect kayo sa situation na to, no? So, ano po kaya? What is your classification? Yes po, ganito po tanungan sa board exam. May mga situation na pagkahaba-haba, itatanong lang kung may fever ba yung bata. So, kailangan ganun din po kayong assess ng situation or questions. Meron naman po, napakahaba po ng tanong, wala doon sa tanong or sa given situation yung at tanong sa na follow up question do sa situation. Wala, hindi siya relevant. Biglang tatanungin na ano, what is the normal range of the respiration rate of the child? Eh kapag ganun ng tanungan at ang nakalagay ay normal range, so 30 to 60 yung ating isasagot. Ganon si licensure exam. Alam niyo kung bakit sila ganon? Kasi tinitingnan nila kung gaano tayo ka-competitive, no, bilang isang entrant level na midwife ng community. Kailangan alam natin at kahit gaano nila tayo kalituhin, alam na alam natin ang isasagot, no? So ayan. So what is your classification for Ahmed's cough? Ano po ang cough ni Ahmed? So, doon sa situation natin, may cough for 3 days. Okay, walang fever. Pero, siya ay 18-month-old na may 54 breaths per minute. Okay, so ano siya? 18 months old na merong 54 breaths per minute. So, kung siya ay 18 months old, no? Kung siya ay 18 months old, ay sorry naman. Siyempre, more than 1-year-old na to. Tapos, ang given natin ay 54 ang kanyang RR. 54 ang kanyang RR. Ano ba ang fast breathing ng... Yan, okay. So, 40 breaths per minute yung kanyang ceiling or more. Kaya nga naman, ano to? Fast breathing pa rin si baby. Now, kapag may fast breathing, nalito din ako, B or C po, pero si akin. C ang is sa'yo. Fast breathing. Ba't ka nalito, Maria? Saan tayo nalito dyan? Sa 54. Sa 54 ka ba nalito? Tatandaan nyo lang to lagi. Sulat nyo tong cheat sheet na to. 0 month up to 2 months old, 60. 2 months up to 12 months, 50. Or more kasi to, di ba? Oh. Eto naman, 40 or more. Ay, ano ba yan? O, 40 or more. Ang fast breathing natin to, so pag literally na po more talaga hanggang 50 plus po. Opo naman, 50 or more 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Hala. Ayan. O, di ba? Alam natin yung theories. Ayan. Alam natin yung theories, alam natin yung lectures, kahit gaano pa namin kayo karaming bigyan ng lecture, kapag di natin alam paano i-apply sa situation, doon tayo magugulo. No? Ayan. Pero dahil nga nagre-review pa naman tayo, layo-layo pa, 50 plus days pa. Okay. Okay pala. B po na sagot kanina. Okay. So, 50 or, sorry. So, 18 months nga kasi si Ahmed. So, dito ka natitingin. 40 or more, di fast breather na siya. 54, aba. No? So, siya ay maaaring may pneumonia. Okay. Paano kung hindi fast breathing, nakalagay HS in drawing? Ano pa rin siya? Pneumonia pa rin ba? Very good, Helena. Pneumonia pa rin siya. Kasi 'di ba ang yellow category ay chest in drawing or 'di ba may or tayo or fast breathing. Ayan, very good. Okay? So the answer is may pneumonia siya. So kung siya ay may pneumonia, ayan naman. So what is your classification for Ahmed's nutritional status? O ano naman, 'di ba yung weight for height for length niya? Yung weight for height for length niya, ang nakalagay na given, ay less than, okay, less than 2 z-scores. Okay? So ano kaya ang meron kay Ahmed? Severe malnutrition, moderate acute malnutrition, or not low weight, or marasmus. So sabi kanina, si Ahmed ay walang wasting or edema of both feet. So number 1 clue na yon. Okay, so ang given kanina, less than yung weight for height for length niya ng 2 z-scores. So ano kaya ang meron? Si Ahmed ay may very good. Moderate acute malnutrition. Gagaling ah. Moderate acute malnutrition. Very good. Ayan. So number 26. Which of the following should be included in the treatment plan for Ahmed? So syempre dahil siya ay may pneumonia, ano ang treatment plan natin? Kay Ahmed, paracetamol, oral antibiotics, first dose to be given at the facility, safe remedy for cough, follow up in 2 days. Ano kaya? What do you think, guys? Anong answer natin? Which of the following should, dahil siya ay may pneumonia, wala siyang lagnat, hindi mo siya bibigyan ng paracetamol. Safe remedy for cough, wala din siyang sore throat, di ba? Okay. At ang follow-up ng pneumonia ay, ano follow-up ng pneumonia? Ang pneumonia ay may follow-up ng ilang araw? Natatandaan? 3 days, di ba? 3 days po. So, ang sagot dito ay letter B. Now, ano yung drug of choice for pneumonia? Anong drug of choice natin for pneumonia? Mga nakshi, anong drug of choice natin sa pneumonia? Amoxicillin, ano? Bibigyan nyo ng amoxicillin for 5 days. Okay? Amoxicillin po, walang or. Pag sinabing first drug of choice, first, isa lang po yun. Kung walang amoxicillin, yung secondary. Okay? Ayan. So, sa board exam, palaging-laging merong mga drug of choice. Kapag sinabing drug of choice, ibig sabihin nun, yun na yung pinakauna mong ibibigay. Yun yung pinakaunang linya na ibibigay. Okay? So, number 27. So, may situation tayo. Si Rania is a 32-month-old baby girl. Okay? 32-month-old baby girl. Very irritable, and her mother has taken her to the facility because she has been crying and rubbing her ears for 2 days. This is an initial visit for his problem. So she weighs 7.9 kilogram. The temperature is 36.2 degrees Celsius. Rania coughs during the visit. Okay, and her mother confirms that she has been coughing for 3 days. So she has not had any fever. Okay, a febrile si Rania. She had no convulsions during this illness, no convulsions. Okay, and has no general danger sign. So when you assess Rania, you count her respiratory rate and find it 37 breaths per minute. You find no chest indrawing, no stridor, nor wheezing. So she does not have diarrhea or throat problem. She has no swelling. Okay, wala yung mga yan. No swelling behind the ears. No pus draining from the ear. And she has visible severe wasting. Ayan, tandaan po natin yan ha, mga naka-ano dyan. Severe visible wasting. So you find no edema on either foot. Her palms appear very pale, almost white. Rania received vitamin A supplementation when she was 32 months old. Okay. 23 months old. Ayan, yan yung mga tatandaan natin. So what is your classification for Rania's cough? Ano kaya ang classification natin kay Rania's cough? Severe pneumonia, pneumonia, no pneumonia, cough or cold, or none of the above? What is your answer? What is your answer? Ayun, letter C, no pneumonia, no? There is no signs, no? There are no signs or symptoms of pneumonia or very severe disease, no? Ayan, very good. Ayan, so number 28, what is your classification for Rania's ear problem? O, yung ear problem, 2 araw na daw siyang naiirita, nirarab daw ang kanyang ears. Okay, very irritable daw si patient. Pero, ang sabi, walang swelling behind the ears at no edema on either foot. 'Di ba? So, there is no ear infection. There is no ear infection. O, balik tayo do sa situation. Crying and rubbing her ears for 2 days. Ano kayang meron? Ano kayang meron? Ano kayang meron? Letter D na ba ang final? Ayun, may acute pala siya, ma'am. Ayun, tama yun. May acute ear infection siya. Bakit? Ano sa tingin nyo ang nararamdaman? O, dahil less than 14 days, ano pa yung nararamdaman ng bata? Ano yung crying and rubbing? Ano kaya yung minamanifest niya? Oo, irritated siya, crying, rubbing. Ano kaya minamanifest ng bata? Ano yung nararamdaman niya? Bakit naiirita siya? Isip-isip, ano ba yung sa acute ear infection, di ba? Pain, very good. Pain. May pain ang bata. Nakita nyo sa situation, there is a hidden message. O, di ba? There is a hidden message. Ganon tayo palaging mag-iisip kapag sa board exam na natin, ano? Kaya iisa-isahin nyo yan. Himay-himayin ninyo. No? Yun nga yung sinasabi ko na hindi porket alam natin yung mga mnemonics, alam natin yung mga bawat term, dapat marunong din tayong mag-decipher ng message doon sa situation. Para kapag nilagay na kayo sa board exam, sisiw na lang yan. No? So, acute ear infection. So, next is, what is your classification for Rania's nutritional status? Okay, Rania's nutritional status. Ano kaya? Severe malnutrition, very low weight, not very low weight, none of the above. Ang sabi, si Rania, balik tayo, nakita nyo ba? Meron daw siyang visible severe wasting. No? Visible severe wasting. Kapag may severe wasting, ano ang ating ilalagay? Kapag may severe wasting, ay wait lang po ha. Ang aking bagets ay okay. So kapag may severe wasting, okay, siya ay may severe malnutrition. Okay, ayan. All right. So number 30. Number 30. What is your classification of Rania's anemia? What is your classification of Rania's anemia? Severe anemia, anemia, no anemia, or jaundice? Ayan. So, meron tayong severe palmar pallor, some pallor, and no palmar pallor. Okay? So, sa ibang country, ang ginagamit nila severe anemia, anemia, no anemia. No? Ayan. So, ano ang ating answer? Bakit kaya severe anemia siya? Bakit kaya may severe anemia siya? That is the correct answer. Ano kaya ang ating ano? Kasi ang sabi, yung palms niya raw ay very pale and almost white, no? So yan. So meron siyang severe palmar pallor, no? Or severe anemia. Very good. Okay, so number 31. Okay, which of the following should be included in the treatment plan for Rania? Oral antibiotics for 5 days. Ask mother to breastfeed Rania to prevent low blood sugar. Paracetamol. Urgent referral to the hospital. Very good. Letter D. Okay, letter D. Letter D, very good. Kasi meron siyang pink coded, no? Yung severe malnutrition, severe ano niya, no? Ayan, very good. So, urgent referral to the hospital. So, it is also learned, ang dami ng mga ano ni Rania, no? Kakaawa naman. Learned from Ranya's mother that she breastfeeds Rania 3 times in 24 hours. Gives her diluted cow's milk by feeding bottle 2 times per day. Gives no other food and her feeding has not changed during illness. So which of the following, number 32 natin, which of the following are Ranya's feeding problems? Ano yung naging feeding problem ni Rania? Ayun, kasi ilang taon na ba si Rania? Kung babalikan natin yung situation, 32-month-old na siya pero ang ginagawa ng nanay niya, pinaiinom lang siya ng gatas, breastfeeding naman daw at saka cow's milk. 'Di ba? Bongga si mother, 'di ba? Bongga. Oo nga, pwede na nga siya ng cow's milk. Pero ang problema ay, 'di ba? Giving no other food. Kailan nagsisimula ng supplementary food ang mga bata? Ilang months? 6 months, very good. Okay, yun lang naman ang mga tatandaan natin. So next nating situation si Adi naman. So Adi is 24-month-old baby boy. His mother has taken him to the health center because he has been coughing for 2 days and has had difficulty breathing. Okay, may difficulty of breathing since this morning. So yun yung classification natin, di ba? Cough or difficulty of breathing. So he has also had less appetite and has eaten less than usual during this illness. This is an initial visit for this problem. Adi's temperature is 37.3 degrees Celsius, weighs 10 kilogram. He is sleepy but wakes up readily when her mothers call him. He had an episode of vomiting last night. Today, he had some food and water and did not vomit. He has had no convulsions. He has no convulsions during your assessment. Yung respiration rate daw niya ay 52 breaths per minute. You noticed mild chest in drawing. You hear no stridor or wheezing. Adi has no diarrhea, no throat problem, no ear problem, no recent history of fever. When you gently hold the palms of his hands, you decide that he has some palmar pallor. Adi does not look severely wasted and has no edema of feet. Okay? Ayan na yung ating mga critical keywords. So how do you classify Adis at this stage of assessment? Severe pneumonia, pneumonia, no pneumonia, or none of the above? So si Adi, ilang taon na siya? 2 taon na siya. Okay? So doon tayo, ano ba yung ating ano? Si Adi ay merong 52 breaths per minute. So ano si Adi? Fast breathing or not? Fast breathing, no? Very good. So si Adi ay walang mga general danger sign. Wala din siyang mga kahit ano pa man. Ayun, very good. Meron pa siyang mild na chest in drawing. Okay, so siya ay may pneumonia. Okay, so Adi has no other problems. His vaccination card shows that he received BCG and OPV at birth, then 3 doses of DPT, OPV, HIV, and hepatitis B vaccine. He also received measles immunization when he was 12 months old. Which of the following actions should be included in the treatment plan for Adi? Give an appropriate oral antibiotic, treat Adi to prevent low blood sugar, assess feeding practices, refer urgently to hospital. So what do you think? What do you think is the answer? Oh, 'di ba? Bongga, sinabi yung mga immunization. Pero ang tanong, ano daw yung treatment plan? So base doon sa mga nasagot natin, siya ay may pneumonia, si Adi ay may pneumonia. So anong treatment plan natin? What is your answer? Very good. Give an appropriate oral antibiotic. And that oral antibiotic ay, ano ulit yon? Amoxicillin for 5 days. Ano? Ayan. Amoxicillin for 5 days. Alright, number 35. Situation. Jamie is an 8-month-old baby girl. Her mother brought her to the health center because she had a fever for 2 days, looked very quiet and sleepy this morning. Jamie lives in a high malaria risk area. O, ayan, number 1, pinaka-importante. Kapag may fever, titingnan kung endemic ba ang dengue, kung sporadic ba doon, di ba? Okay. O kaya kung high malaria risk ba ang area or low malaria risk or no malaria risk. So this is an initial visit to this problem. So yung temperature niya 37.4 degrees Celsius, so walang fever. She weighs 6.5 kilogram. She looks very sleepy. When her mother calls her or you clap your hands to wake her up, she does not open her eyes. So ano siya? Lethargic, unconscious, no? So she has had no convulsions and no convulsions during your assessment. She vomited once last night. Jamie has no cough, no difficulty of breathing, no diarrhea, no throat problem, no ear problem, no runny nose. She does not look severely wasted and has no edema of her feet. So her palms do not look pale. Jamie received 1 dose of vitamin A when she was 6 months old. Okay. So how do you classify Jamie? Very severe febrile disease, anemia, or malaria? Oh, may fever. Meron bang danger sign kanina? Do we have any danger sign? Meron ba tayong danger sign? Yun, very good. So, meron tayong danger sign. Very severe febrile disease po yung sagot dito. Kasi ang general danger sign natin kanina, lethargic siya. Kahit natawagin siya ni nanay, palakpakan mo pa siya, hindi niya ino-open ang kanyang mga mata. Now, number 36, which of the following actions should be included in the treatment plan for Jamie? Give a recommended oral antimalarial, refer urgently to hospital, advise the mother to keep Jamie warm, give first dose of quinine. So, ang tanong dito, which of the following actions should be included in the treatment plan for Jamie? Ano ba yung una nating gagawin kapag very severe febrile disease si baby na may high risk malaria? Ano ang pinakauna nating gagawin? Refer urgently na ba agad? Refer urgently na? Refer urgently na? Sure na ba tayo dyan? Letter B? Which of the following actions should be included in the treatment plan for Jamie? Sure na ba tayo dyan? Give recommended oral antimalarial? Alam yan ni Ann. Nasaan si Ann? Sure na ba tayo dyan? Yun ang best answer. Best answer. What is the best answer? Yun, what is the best answer po? What is the best answer? Isip-isip. Esep-esep tayo. Esep-esep. Ano po answer natin? Hello, nadidinig niyo po ako? Letter D po. Okay, tingnan nga natin. Very good. Letter D. 'Di ba? Ano ba yung gagawin natin? Ano pa yung gagawin natin? 'Di ba? Pinakauna, give the first dose. No, give the first dose po. Okay, give the first dose of the kinin. Ayan. Okay, ayan. All right. Yun po yung ating gagawin, ano? Ayan. So number 37 na tayo, okay? So nako, wait lang, yung aking anak na naman. Sorry naman, wala palang audio. Okay, sige, ulit. So si Nadia, 48-month-old baby girl, her mother has brought her to the health center because she had ear pain for 3 days. So this is an initial visit to this problem. Nadia's auxiliary temperature is 38.8 degrees Celsius. She weighs 17.2 kilograms. She has no general danger signs. She is a little irritable, has a cough, and you count her respiratory rate, and you find that it is 41 breaths per minute. Now, Nadia has no stridor, no wheezing, no chest indrawing. She has no diarrhea, no throat problem. So Nadia moves her neck easily up and down when you ask her to look at her feet and at the ceiling. So you notice pus draining from her right ear. She has no swelling behind the ear. So she does not look look severely wasted and has no edema for feet. So her palms do not look pale. Her immunizations are up to date and you complete your assessment and find no other problems. So how do you classify Nadia's illness? Okay. So how do you classify? Severe pneumonia, very severe disease, very severe febrile disease, acute ear infection, pneumonia, fever, possible bacterial infection, acute ear infection, no pneumonia, cough or cold, fever, possible bacterial infection, acute ear infection, pneumonia, chronic ear infection. May audio na ba? Ayun, may audio na. Opo. Okay. So ano kaya? So si Nadia ay 48-month-old tapos 41 breaths per minute may cough siya. Okay, so siya ay may pneumonia. Very good. Wala siyang severe pneumonia. So therefore, letter A is not the correct answer. Ayan. So meron siyang pneumonia. Therefore, letter C is not the correct answer. So, tinitingnan kung meron siyang kung ano, acute ear infection ba or chronic and fever possible bacterial infection. So between B and D na lang po. So sabi kanina, si Nadia ay merong ear pain for 3 days. So therefore, anong meron sa kanya? Meron siyang acute ear infection. So the answer is letter D. How do you classify Nadia's anemia? Ano kaya ang meron sa anemia niya? May anemia ba siya? May anemia ba siya? No anemia, no? Okay, so no anemia. Now, number 39. Which of the following actions should be included in the treatment plan for Nadia? Dry the ear by wicking, give paracetamol, give an appropriate oral antibiotic for 5 days, refer urgently to the hospital. Ano-ano po kaya yung mga treatment na gagawin natin kay Nadia? Letter nawala yung slide ko. Sorry. Ayan. So, letter D. Letter D po. Ayun. Sure na? Ayun. So, letter D. Okay? All of the above or all except letter D dito, yung refer urgently. So, si Nadia kasi ay may ano maulit si Nadia? May pneumonia siya, tapos fever, possible bacterial infection, and acute ear infection. So you have to dry the ear by wicking dahil may nakita kang pus, 'di ba, na draining. And then si Nadia ay may lagnat, kaya bibigyan mo siya ng paracetamol kasi 38.8 degrees Celsius ang kanyang lagnat, kaya bibigyan mo na siya ng paracetamol. And dahil you classified Nadia na meron siyang pneumonia, you give an appropriate oral antibiotics for 5 days. Okay? Hindi mo siya i-refer urgently to the hospital dahil wala namang ka-refer pa, no? So, very good. Number 40. How do you classify a 5-month-old child who has been having diarrhea for 15 days? Has no general danger signs, irritable, sa sunken eyes, drinks eagerly, and in whom the skin pinch goes back immediately. So what do you think? Okay. So ang dehydration niya, so siya ay may dehydration. Okay, so siya ay may some dehydration. So dahil siya ay may some dehydration, so may senyales siya ng dehydration. Kapag may senyales ng dehydration ng isang bata na nagdadayariya sa loob ng 15 days, siya ay may severe persistent diarrhea. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Very good. So how do you classify a 36-month-old child who has been having diarrhea for 14 days, has no general danger signs, no other signs, and no other problems? Ano ang ating sagot dito? Severe, some dehydration, no dehydration, or persistent diarrhea? Very good. Persistent diarrhea. Okay? Persistent diarrhea po. All right. Good, good, good. Okay. Oop. Wait lang po. Okay. So please bear with me. Napapapaos na ako. Iinom lang ako ng tubig. Sorry naman, wala palang audio. Sino na yung nakakuha ng 41? O, di ba? Wala pala akong audio kanina. Sino na po ang nakakuha ng 41 or 40, 39, 38? Ano score nyo, guys? Ano mga scores nyo na? Wow! Naman! Galing! Wow! Ang gagaling naman. Okay, okay. So, sige. Alright, so number 42 na tayo. So, how do you classify naman a 10-month-old child who has been having diarrhea for 18 days, has no general signs, the general danger signs, is irritable, has no sunken eyes, drinks eagerly, and whom the skin pinch goes back immediately? Oh, ang bata may diarrhea for 18 days. Walang general danger sign. Irritable siya. Has no sunken eyes. Drinks eagerly. And in whom the skin pinch goes back immediately. Anong meron kay baby na 10-month-old? What do you think? Mhm. Ano sa tingin ninyo? Di po, tapos po may some dehydration siya. Ay, wala pala akong ano dito, no? Wala pala akong choices. Okay, dapat tama yung sagot nyo dito. Anong sagot nyo dito? Okay. So, siya ay irritable tsaka drinks eagerly, no? Ayun. So, lahat ba ang sagot ay D and B? So, meron siyang some dehydration at meron siyang severe persistent diarrhea. No? Kasi kaya bakit may severe persistent diarrhea siya? Matatawag natin na persistent diarrhea pag more than 14 days. Eh sa given ay 18 days na, no? Ayan, very good. Tapos, ang sabi, matatawag daw na severe persistent diarrhea naman kapag may senyales ng dehydration. So, upon checking, meron siyang some dehydration. Ayan, very good. So, check nyo yan. So, either B or D. Sige, pagbibigyan ko kayo diyan. Pero pag ang sagot nyo ay severe dehydration, no dehydration, tsaka persistent diarrhea, mark your answers wrong. Okay? Ayan. So, number 43. How do you classify? Ako, ito na naman, hindi ko na naman nalagay. How do you classify an 8-month child who has been having diarrhea for 21 days? Persistent na naman, ano? No general danger signs. Quiet but alert, no sunken eyes, drinks eagerly, and in whom the skin pinch goes back slowly. O, iba naman to ngayon. Ano ang magiging sagot natin? Very good. May some dehydration pa rin at persistent diarrhea. Very good. Kasi dito naman ngayon, yung skin naman niya goes back slowly. Sinabi natin very slowly, tapos sunken eyes. Severe na. Very good. So, ganun lang, no? Ayan, very good. Okay. So, yan ang sikat na sikat sa licensure exam. Si severe dehydration tsaka si some dehydration. So, ang gagaling nyo na, ha? So, situation ulit tayo. Okay. So, Athena brought her 1-month-old baby, Chris, to the RHU because of cough and colds. On examination, the child is noted to have fast breathing. There is no stridor or convulsion noted upon the assessment, but there is a presence of intercostal retractions or chest indrawing when the baby is calm. So, as a prudent midwife utilizing the IMCI process, fast breathing in this child has a respiratory rate of, ano kaya? 1-month-old si baby. So, ano daw? Ayun, ang galing. Letter A, 60 and above, no? Very good. Now, number 45. Under the ARI management chart, midwife Debbie will classify this child as a case of, o ano nga meron kay baby? Meron daw siyang chest indrawing. Pero no stridor or no convulsion. Pero fast breathing. Anong meron kay baby? Meron siyang pneumonia. Okay, very good. May pneumonia si baby. Now, number 46. After certain assessment and examinations following the IMCI protocol, the management for this child would be urgent referral to the hospital, antibiotics to be taken at home, close observation at the health center, home care. O, may pneumonia. Very good. Antibiotics to be taken at home. And the first dose should be given at the facility. Ayun. The drug of choice is amoxicillin. Inunahan na ako, no? For how many days? Kung meron siyang pneumonia, bibigyan natin ng amoxicillin. Okay, good. For 5 days. Okay, ngayon, kapag naman, ano bang follow-up question natin dito? Ano ang follow-up ng pneumonia? Ilang days? Follow-up niya ay ilang days? 3 days. Very good. So, 47. Counting the respiratory rate of the child, the midwife should remember the following except for which? Count the RR for 1 full minute. Count the RR when the child is restless or crying. Count the RR when the child is calm. None of the above. So, tungkol ito sa assessment ng respiratory rate. So, ano daw ang dapat nating, anong B can be inaccurate for reading? So, ano kaya? Lahat daw yan except for which can be accurate. Ayun, B, okay. So, count the RR when the child is restless or crying ay hindi po magandang practice. Kasi maaring maging inaccurate nga po ang reading. Very good. So number 48, under the ARI program, chess in drawing would mean, ano kaya? Very good. Intercostal retraction. Very good. So, a 3-year-old child came to the health center because of diarrhea. At present, the child is unwell and irritable. His eyes are sunken, although his mouth and tongue are moist. Okay, using the CDD assessment chart, under the IMCI, this child is having diarrhea with no signs of dehydration, some dehydration, severe dehydration, or very severe dehydration. So, ang bata ay unwell and irritable, may sunken eyes, okay, may diarrhea. Okay, so that is an enough sign for some dehydration. Very good. So, management to this child would be, kung some dehydration, anong meron? Close observation at home, oresol to be taken for the first 4 hours, referral to the hospital, IV fluid therapy. Oresol to be taken for the first 4 hours. Saan yan? Saan yan gagawin? Saan gagawin kung bibigyan ng oresol ang bata for the first 4 hours? Sabi nyo, may some dehydration, bibigyan ng oresol for the first 4 hours, which is the plan B, no? So, saan natin siya bibigyan? Saan natin siya papabigyan for the first? Sa center, sa healthcare facility, no? Ayan. Okay. Tapos i-observe, di ba? Tapos i-reclassify ulit. Okay. Ayan. Very good. So, number 51. Oral rehydration therapy is important in the management of this child. How much oresol should be given to the child? 100 to 200 after breast milk, 800 to 1,200 ml for the first 4 hours. As much as he desires, 1,200 or 2,000 to 2,200. So tayo ay sa plan B. Okay? So pag plan B, ano ang answer natin dito? Si baby ay ilang taon na ba? 3-year-old si baby, 3 years old. Okay? Tapos di naman natin alam yung kanyang, hindi natin alam yung kanyang ano, di ba? Anong tawag dito? Yung kanyang weight. Ayan. So, the best answer is 800 to 1,200 milliliter for the first 4 hours. Ayan. So, number 52. Diarrhea is one of the leading causes of morbidity in the Philippines. The most common cause of diarrhea among the older children is unsanitary source of water, improper human waste disposal, unhygienic feeding practice, uncollected refuse. Unhygienic feeding practice. Very good. Okay? So number 53. Prevention is the best care for diarrheal disease. Which of the following does not match this principle? Measles immunization, hand washing, breastfeeding, oral rehydration. Best care. Best care. Ano daw ang best care for diarrheal disease? So prevention is the best care for diarrheal disease. Very good, Helena. Measles immunization. So number 54. This is the drug of choice in the early treatment of early pneumonia. Okay, so wala si amoxicillin. Ano kaya ang ating best answer? A? A. Letter A po. Cotrimoxazole. Okay, ayan. Very good. So in the ARI program, a child who has only one of the danger sign is classified as having severe pneumonia, no pneumonia, very severe pneumonia, or pneumonia. Ano kaya? Ano ang sagot natin dyan? Severe pneumonia. Very severe pneumonia. Maria, ano talaga ang answer mo dyan? Sinabi ko lang ganun. O, di ba? Nag-change ka kasi lagi ng answer eh. Okay. Wala naman kasing severe, very severe pneumonia. Wala namang very severe pneumonia, di ba? Anong kapartner ni severe pneumonia doon sa chart? Very severe disease. Very good. Pero dito sa atin, no, meron daw one danger sign. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang severe pneumonia. Okay? Ayan, very good. Alright. So, yung ARI kasi, acute respiratory infection. So, kapag ARI program yung pinag-uusapan natin, of course, siguro may coughing, no? May coughing yung bata, yung first chief complaint niya, may coughing siya. So, kaya hindi tayo, kunyari, nakalagay dito, very severe disease, katulad nung tinatalakay ko sa inyo before. Halimbawa, very severe disease to. So, hindi yan yung ating sagot. Ang magiging sagot natin, severe pneumonia. Kasi kung analyze nyo yung problem, ARI program, malamang ang chief complaint ng nanay may ubo. Okay, may ubo yung bata. Pero kung wala namang nakalagay na ARI problem, tapos ay meron lamang siyang general danger sign. So, very severe disease po yung ating isasagot. No, nakuha nyo na naman yun before, di ba? Alright. So, number 56. Ayun. An appropriate source of information about the family are the following. Interview results with the members of the family folder, actual observation of the family situation. All of these are sources of information. Letter D, very good. So sa community, ayan, no, yung mga ganyang tanungan lumalabas din yan sa ating primary healthcare. All right? An important factor which should serve as a basis in preparing the family healthcare plan is data gathered from the health center, needs and problem as seen and accepted by the family, needs and problems gathered and recognized by the midwife herself, needs are expressed by the midwife assigned in the area where the family resides. Ano pong best answer natin dito? Nasa primary healthcare din natin to. Diniscuss natin to, no? Di ba yung sa family, community, kung naaalala? What is the answer? What is your answer? Letter A, letter B, letter C, or letter D? Family. Family. Hoy, tungkol to 'di ba sa basis in preparing the family healthcare plan? So kapag kayo ay nagpe-prepare na ng healthcare plan, nagpa-planning na kayo, nag-assess na kayo ng pasyente. Di po ba? Anong meron? Ano na? Letter D pa din? Ano, 'di ba? Ano yung pinaka-importante natin, yung participation ng family. 'Di ba? The best answer here is letter B po. Okay, needs and problem as seen and accepted by the family. 'Di ba kasi pag unang punta natin doon, makikita natin yung mga health deficits nila, no, kung meron. So yun ay makikita ng midwife. Tapos kapag may vinoice out si family, yung family members. O yun, ayan. Okay, kasi 'di ba ang healthcare planning ng family or community, 'di ba, community-centered tsaka family-centered. Ayan. So number 58, situation as a frontline health worker. The midwife must be knowledgeable about the first aid measure. External chest compression is done as an emergency measures when there is a respiratory arrest, there is a heartbeat but not breathing, there is no pulse, A and C only. Ayun. Okay. So A and C only. So number 59. If a patient commits suicide by taking an overdose of sleeping pills, the first aid measure that the midwife can do is don't induce vomiting, give stimulant like coffee if still awake, do gastric lavage, inject a stimulant. Overdose of sleeping pills. Yun, don't induce vomiting. Kapag nakapag-ingest ng poison, don't induce vomiting. All right. Ayan. So sorry. Baka corrosive substance din. Actually, lahat ng mga substances no na poisonous, ayan, hindi kayo pwede kapag na-ingest niya, kahit anong poison na na-ingest ng pasyente, hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-induce ng vomiting. Hindi po maganda yon. Okay? Ayan. So number 60, there is bleeding in the forearm of your patient. Your first aid measure would be elevate the part higher than the heart level, apply direct pressure on the bleeding site, apply pressure at the site of the brachial pulse, or any of the above. May bleeding. Anong gagawin? Ano bang may bleeding? Natanong ko na to sa inyo dati. Kapag may bleeding, anong number one na gagawin natin? Anong unang pumapasok sa isipan natin na management? To to apply direct pressure. Oo nga. Dahil, yun ang intervention natin. Dahil ano yung ating goal? To, sige, to stop the bleeding. Very good, Helena. To stop the bleeding. Okay, so, apply direct pressure on the bleeding site. Okay, so, tayo ay, we will be back at 11:30, 12:30 po. Okay? So, matatapos natin to and then magpo-proceed na tayo finally sa isang ating discussion. Okay. So, I'll see you. Ayan. Okay, so first aid measures are done with medical attendants before the doctor arrives when there is an emergency or B and C. Mm-hmm. What is our answer? Yun, before the doctor arrives and when there is an emergency. Okay, so B and C po ang ating answer. All right, now number 62. Situation during one of the morbid clinics. Rose admitted a 4-month-old child who was having diarrhea. Chronic diarrhea is defined as, okay, so when we say chronic, so ano kaya dyan? Chronic diarrhea is defined as 2 liquid stools per day for 10 days, 3 or more liquid stools per day for less than 2 weeks, 3 or more liquid stools per day for less than 1 month, or 3 lbm per day for 2 weeks or more in duration. Very good. Letter D. Letter D ang answer natin. No, bakit? Ito ang pinaka tatandaan natin dyan. Ano? 2 weeks or more. No, ano tawag natin dito kapag may diarrhea ang bata for 14 weeks, 14 days sa IMCI? The persistent diarrhea, no? Ayan. All right. Now, ay, wala yata akong 63. Ano yung sa 63 natin? Sorry naman. Tingnan natin. 63. In her assessment of the child, okay. So, follow up to dito. Teka lang. So 63, in her assessment of the child, Rose found out the following. The child is unwell and irritable. He is thirsty. And on pinching the skin, it went back slowly. Okay, so the child is having diarrhea with letter A, no sign of dehydration, some dehydration, severe dehydration, or moderate dehydration. So the answer is some dehydration. Very good. Okay, so letter B. Some dehydration. Number 64, with the above status of the child, Rose can manage him by using, anong plan? Some dehydration. Ano ang plan natin dyan? The plan is, the plan is, yun, very good. Plan B, ano, ayan, ito yung magbibigay ng Oresol, no? For the first 4 hours and then reclassify, ano? Now, number 65, the above treatment plan includes home care, Oresol 4 hours given at the health center, intravenous fluid therapy, urgent referral to the hospital. Ayun. Oresol 4 hours given at the health center. So, what is the fast breathing of Jana who is 3 weeks old? Fast breathing para kay Jana who is 3 weeks old. 3 weeks old pa lang. Fast breathing. 3 weeks old. Letter A. Very good. Okay. Now, number 67. Which of the following signs and symptoms indicate some dehydration? Drinks eagerly, restless and irritable, unconscious, A and B. Very good. Drinks eagerly and restless and irritable. Okay? So what is the first line for dysentery? Ano yung first line or drug of choice natin? So, dapat, ano yung sabi natin? Yung ciprofloxacin, ano? So, dito, ano kaya sa tingin ninyo? So, ciprofloxacin po ang pinaka, ano natin, di ba? So, walang ciprofloxacin, ma'am, paano yan? So, this is probably an old question, ano? Pero lumalabas din sa board exam. So, ano po kaya? Amoxicillin ba? Tetracycline, cephalexin, cotrimoxazole? So, the best answer here is the cotrimoxazole. Ayan. So, number 69. In homemade Oresol, what is the ratio of salt and sugar if you want to prepare with 1 liter of water? So, ang answer natin ay, ano po? 1 tablespoon salt. Anong answer natin dito? Natatandaan? Ano ang correct ratio? Letter A, letter B, letter C, or letter D? Very good. Letter C. Very good. Letter C. Kahit nakalimutan mo kung C yung sagot mo, tama ka dyan. So, 1 teaspoon of salt and 8 teaspoon of sugar. So, gentian violet is used for umbilical infection. Very good. Okay. Dami ng points nito 71. Which of the following is not a part of IMCI case management process? O, yan yung management process natin. Counsel the mother, identify the illness, assess the child, treat the child. Ay, sorry naman. Slide. Okay. What is your answer? So, ano ba ang mga process natin? Ano ang processes natin? Assess the symptom. Ano yung hindi identify the illness? Ano yung gagawin natin? Classify the illness and ano yung i-identify natin dapat, Helena? Ano yung dapat nating i-identify? Hindi illness, di ba? Treatment dapat very good. Okay? So, ayan. So, share natin dito yung ating process. So, yung process kasi assess the symptoms and health conditions, classify the illness, and identify the treatment for each classification. Treat the child or young infant, counsel the caregiver, and then give the follow-up care. All right. Now, number 72, if young child has pneumonia, when should the mother bring him back for a follow-up? Okay. So, ang pneumonia natin, di ba, after ilang days? After ilang days ang ating pneumonia? So, after 3 days. Di ba? Now, kung ganito ang ating, ang lumabas sa board exam, anong i-answer natin? Pinakamalapit. Very good. 4. Okay. So number 73, in integrated management of childhood illness, severe conditions generally require urgent referral to a hospital. Which of the following severe conditions does not always require urgent referral to a hospital? Mastoiditis, severe dehydration, severe pneumonia, severe febrile disease. Very good. Does not always require urgent referral to a hospital ay severe dehydration. So the rest, it requires urgent referral to a hospital. So number 74, a mother brought her daughter 4 years old to the RHU because of a cough and colds. So following the IMCI assessment guide, which of the following is a danger sign that indicates the need for urgent referral to a hospital? Inability to drink, high-grade fever, signs of severe dehydration, cough for more than 30 days. What is your answer? What is your answer sa number 74? Tama ka dyan. Letter A. Inability to drink. 'Di ba? Lagi nyo lang tatandaan yung ating, huwag kayong malilito kahit na, yes, danger sign po ang hahanapin. Di po ba? Kasi sabi following is a danger sign that indicates the need for urgent referral. So kung titingnan nyo, di ba, high-grade fever, signs of severe dehydration, cough for more than 30 days, lahat ng mga yan, ka-refer, di ba? Pero, we are talking about the IMCI assessment guide. So, wag kayong lalayo, wag kayong malilito, ha? So, dapat confident ka, Helena. Alam mo naman lahat ng mga, and Maria, alam nyo naman lahat ng mga ano natin, ng danger signs. Di po ba? Huwag kayong malilito. Ano, if you will see the IMCI booklet, di ba meron tayo doon na papakita ko sa inyo, ha? Ito yung management natin, di ba? Ganito, oh. Teka. Ayan. Ay, sorry. Pakita ko sa inyo yung sa chart. Ito yung guide, di ba? Doon nakalagay. Okay, sorry. It's still loading. Ayan, yung assess. Check for general danger signs. Yan lang po ang general danger signs sa IMCI natin. So, wag kayong magre-reason out na high-grade fever, ka-refer-refer ito. Hindi po yan kasama sa danger sign. Signs of severe dehydration, ma'am, di ba? Yung severe dehydration, pink-coded na yon. That means refer urgently. O, di ba? Ano bang sabi natin from our previous lecture? Na ang severe dehydration ay isa, no, ang nag-iisang condition, no, sa pink-coded na pwedeng hindi i-refer urgently. And then cough for more than 30 days. Anong usapan natin kapag ang cough ay more than 14 days naman? Refer the patient for further evaluation kasi baka si patient ay may anong meron kay patient? Anong meron kay patient? Baka siya ay may anong sinasabi natin, 'di ba? Kapag may cough, kapag may cough, kapag may cough, girls, nandyan pa ba kayo? Kapag may cough, tapos ay 14 days or more, 'di ba? Ano pong meron? Chronic cough? Anong meron? 'Di ba kaya mo siya i-refer kapag meron siyang, o 'di ba may dalawa yan. Pag may cough daw, tapos 14 days na daw siyang inuubo, i-refer mo daw siya for further evaluation kasi isinususpect mo na baka meron siyang tuberculosis. 'Di ba? Kapag naman may recurrent wheezing ang bata na inuubo at may recurrent wheezing, i-refer mo siya for further evaluation kasi baka or sinususpect mo siya na may asthma. Natatandaan yun? Tatandaan yun palagi ha? Okay. So number 75. The major sign of iron deficiency anemia is pallor. What part is best examined for pallor? Palms, nail beds, around the lips, or lower conjunctival sac? Letter A, palms or yung mga palad natin. Very good. Now, number 76, a 3-year-old child was brought by his mother to the health center because of fever of 4-day duration. Okay? So, meron daw fever na nagtagal ng 4 days. Okay? Ay, sorry. The child had a positive tourniquet test result. In the absence of other sign, which is the most appropriate measure that the primary health nurse or the public health nurse may carry out to prevent dengue shock syndrome? Insert an NGT and give fluids per NGT. Instruct the mother to give the child Oresol. Start the patient on intravenous fluid stat. Refer the client to the physician for appropriate management. At tayo ha, may to prevent dengue hemorrhagic shock syndrome. So, according to IMCI, anong gagawin natin? Ang gagawin po natin ay magre-refer ka po sa physician for appropriate management. Okay? Hindi po tayo nagmamanage ng dengue hemorrhagic or prevention of dengue hemorrhagic syndrome or dengue shock syndrome. Okay? Ayan. So, yung positive tourniquet test, this means ilang skin petechiae sa isang square inches. Sa isang square inch. 20. Very good. Now, number 77. Which of the following signs will indicate that baby Rev is suffering from severe pneumonia? Dyspnea, wheezing, fast breathing, or chest indrawing? Severe pneumonia. Ano kaya? Ano kaya ang possible? Ano kaya yung best answer dito? So, tatandaan nyo, fast breathing, chest indrawing po. Okay, chest in drawing po yung sasagutin natin dito ha, kapag lumabas to ha. Now, number 78. Two children were brought to you. One had chest in drawing and other had diarrhea. So using the IMCI illness approach, how would you classify the first child? May chest in drawing yung first child. So bronchopneumonia, no pneumonia, coughs or cold, severe pneumonia, or pneumonia? Pneumonia, very good. Okay, pneumonia. Now, number 79, the first child who is 13 months old has fast breathing. So, according to IMCI parameters, he has 40 breaths per minute or more, 50 breaths, 30 breaths, or 60 breaths per minute or more. Thirteen-month-old. Very good. 40 breaths per minute or more, no? Magsisimula sa 40 breaths per minute or more. Okay, so number 80, Paula, the second child, has diarrhea for 5 days. There is no blood in the stool. She is irritable and her eyes are sunken. The nurse offered fluids and the child drinks eagerly. How would you classify Paula's illness? So eyes are sunken and irritable. Drinks eagerly. Some dehydration. Okay, very good. Okay, number 81, Paula's treatment should include the following except reassess the child and classify him for dehydration. For infants under 6 months old who are not breastfed, give 100 to 200 milliliter of clean water as well during this period. Give in the health center the recommended amount of ORS for 4 hours and do not give any other foods to the child for home treatment. Ano kaya? Okay, the best answer here is yung do not give any other foods to the child for home treatment. So, papakainin mo din po, no? Tapos, breastfed on demand, di ba? Okay, now number 82, while on treatment, Paula, 18 months old, weighed 18 kilograms and her temperature registered 37 degrees Celsius. So her mother says she developed cough 3 days ago. Paula has no general danger signs. She has 45 breaths per minute. No chest in drawing, no stridor. How would you classify Paula's manifestations? Ano kaya? Si Paula, 18 months old, tapos 45 breaths per minute. Pneumonia, very good. Okay, pneumonia. Now, situation, baby Gem, 3 months old, is brought to the health center for consultation because of fever and cough. You suspect that baby Gem has a respiratory infection. If you assess baby Gem, which of the following is or are important questions that you would ask her mother? Okay, so is baby Gem feeding well? Is baby Gem able to drink? Did baby Gem had convulsions during the present illness? Or A and C only? Letter D. Opo, letter D yung pinaka-best answer dito. Okay, though, no, yung feeding well and able to drink, no? Yan po ay kasama, no? 'Di ba not able to drink and eat, 'di ba? Okay. So pinaka-best answer dito ay letter D. So number 84, it is important to assess baby Gem breathing. You would know that she has fast breathing if her RR is 3 months old ang bata. May fast breathing siya kapag 3 months old siya. So ano kaya yan? Letter D, 50 breaths per minute, no? Now, number 85, baby Gem has fast breathing. The nurse knows that this is a sign of what? Fast breathing lang. Sign of pneumonia. Okay. So, based on the IMCI protocol, anong row daw yung pneumonia? Yellow. Pero kung may stridor si Baby Gem, anong classification na nito? Hmm. Anong answer natin dyan? Meron na siyang stridor, severe pneumonia. Okay. Ayun. Kompletuhin natin. Severe pneumonia. Ayan. So, letter D yung answer ha. 87, letter D yung answer. Dog. So, number 88. Okay. So, what is the dose and schedule of amoxicillin for a 5-week-old infant who weighs 3.5 kilograms and has a local bacterial infection? Okay. So, sabi natin, di ba, yung 5-week-old infant, bibigyan natin ng amoxicillin. Ano ang answer natin dito? Pull out ko lang yung ating. So, young infant po ito, no? Young infant. Okay? Pull out lang na natin. Okay. So, meron daw 250 milligram tablet. So, ano po ang ibibigay natin? Sa young infant na 5-week-old. Kapag 5-week-old, ilang ano yan? More than a month na yan. 1 month up to 2 months na tayo. 5-week-old infant is 1 month and 1 week. So therefore, ang ibibigay natin ay, ang pinaka-best answer dito, ibibigay po natin ay half tablet po, 3 times a day for 5 days. Okay? Okay. Ito po yung best answer dito, half tablet. So makikita nyo dito, 250 milligram tablet na yung given natin. Okay, 250 milligram po yung tablet natin. Yung po yung available natin. So letter B po yung answer natin. Kapag more than 5-week-old, one half. Kapag naman 0 to 1 month, 1/4 po. Okay? So number 89, what is a child's classification if he is 10 months old? Has had a cough that lasted 2 days, has a breathing rate of 46 breaths per minute and chest indrawing. Oops, may chest indrawing na. Ano na yan? What do you think, guys? May chest indrawing na. Huy, may chest indrawing. B, pneumonia. Pneumonia po. Kapag C yung sagot natin, stridor in a calm child yon or one general danger sign. 'Di ba? Kapag naman pneumonia, it's either chest indrawing or fast breathing. Okay, ayan. So number 90, what are the 4 main symptoms for which every sick child should be checked? O, alam na yan. Ayun, pinaka-best answer dito ay letter D, cough, diarrhea, fever, and ear problem. So approximately 70% of all childhood deaths are associated with one or more of the 5 conditions. 3 of these conditions are diarrhea, measles, and malnutrition. The other 2 are, ano po kaya? Very good. ARI or malaria. And malaria. So letter A. Very good po. Okay, very good kayo dyan. So number 92, a 3-year-old child has fever. Okay, has fever and diarrhea. He has no danger sign and he does not have cough or difficult breathing. The child has had diarrhea for 2 weeks and there is no blood in the stool. The child is restless and irritable but is not drinking eagerly. His eyes are not sunken and skin pinch goes back slowly. He does not have an ear problem. The child's diarrhea should be classified as What is your answer? No dehydration, some dehydration, severe dehydration, severe persistent diarrhea, persistent diarrhea, dysentery. Anong sagot natin? Letter C, B, and D. Some dehydration. Yes, very good. And severe persistent diarrhea. So bakit severe persistent diarrhea? Kasi 2 weeks na siyang nagdadiarrhea tapos may sign siya ng dehydration. Therefore, severe persistent diarrhea na yung classification ng diarrhea niya, no? And then the answer here is letter C because B and D is the correct answer. Now, number 93. Okay, inulit ko lang. Anong age group ulit? Anong other group? Other than the 2 months up to 5 years? Ang answer natin ay birth after 2 months. Very good. Okay, so number 94. What is the cutoff rate for the fast breathing in a child who is 11 months old? 11 months old. 50. Very good. Now, number 95. A 14-month-old child with cough is brought to an outpatient clinic. You will assess this child for general danger sign, common main symptoms such as cough or difficult breathing, diarrhea, fever, and ear problem, trauma, malnutrition and anemia, immunization status, developmental milestones. Okay. Ano daw? So we should check for general danger sign. We should check for the main symptoms. Okay, and then we should check for the malnutrition and anemia. We should check for immunization status. All right? Ano na sagot natin? Anong sagot nyo dito? Okay, so the best answer is A, B, and D. Nagkulang na naman ako, no? Hindi, tinitingnan ko eh. Kasi trauma, hindi po yan chinecheck. And also the developmental milestone sa outpatient clinic. Okay. So letter A po. So number 96, choose the 3 best questions for checking the mother's understanding about how to give an antibiotic. Okay, ito yung how to give, 'di ba, medication at home. So how will you give the antibiotic? Will you give the antibiotic 3 times per day? For how many days will you give the antibiotic? Do you understand how to give the antibiotic? What is your answer? Very good. A, B, and D lang po ang answer. How will you give the antibiotic? Ay, A, C, and D dapat to. Sorry guys, sorry po ha. For how many days will you give the antibiotic po? Okay? Kasi itong will you give the antibiotic 3 times a day, hindi po dapat natin to sasabihin sa kanya or itatanong sa kanya. Okay? Hindi dapat kasi yes or no yung answer. Okay? So, naku, sorry naman, napakadaming typo ni ma'am. Pero pakitandaan po, how will you give the antibiotics? For how many days will you give the antibiotic? And then, do you understand how to give the antibiotic? So, A, C, and D po. Okay, ayan. So, number 97, according to the IMCI, a mother of sick child should be counseled about what topics? Ayun, ito yung ating pagka-counsel kay mother, di ba? So, importance of the fluids and feeding, why she needs to come to clinic, when to immediately return to clinic, food and feeding problems, her own health, immunization, and when to return for a follow-up visit. Ano yung mga dapat nating i-counsel kay mother? So yung answer, anong answer natin? BDF. Why she needs to come to clinic? Importance of the fluids and feeding. When to return immediately to the clinic? Ano pa? Her own health. And when to return for a follow-up visit. Okay, ayun. Yun po yung ating dapat i-discuss kay nanay. Importance of the fluids and feeding, hindi po yung food and feeding problem, no? Why she needs to come to the clinic? Hindi po. Ang isasabihin niyo po ay when to return for a follow-up visit. Okay? And then, her own health ay kasama and yung immunization ay hindi po kasama sa counseling yan. So number 98, complementary foods should be started if the child is so letter F. Ayan. Okay. And then 99, if a child has a measles now, meron na siyang measles now, or has had it within the last 3 months and has fever and general danger sign, he or she will be classified as having uncomplicated malaria, severe complicated measles, very severe febrile disease or severe malaria, measles with eye or mouth complication. Ano kaya? May measles si baby. Measles. So check for measles kung may measles siya. So number 1 is may general danger sign siya. So severe complicated measles. Okay, so si letter B. Lahat ng may letter B, maiiwan. Okay? So ano sagot natin? So hindi siya uncomplicated malaria. Okay, so therefore, the answer is B and C. Okay? So the last number, which of the following statements are true? A 3-month-old child should be exclusively breastfed. A 5-month-old child should be breastfed as often as she or he wants, day and night at least 10 times in 24 hours. Children should be given fewer feedings during illness. So ano yung mali dyan? Mali dyan yung statement C, di ba? So lahat ng may C, tanggalin na natin yan. So ano ba yung mga true dito? A 3-month-old child should be exclusively breastfed. Check. A 5-month-old child should be breastfed as often as she wants, day and night at least 10 times in 24 hours. So A lang ba, B lang ba, or A and B? Ayun. So the answer is A and B. Okay, so ayun, tapos na po tayo.